Hello, passionate Celtic FC fans. This is Celtic Central News, your exclusive source for Celtic updates. Before we kick off, we appreciate the incredible support. If you love Celtic, subscribe now, hit like, and let's build this community together. Now, onto the latest news. A warm welcome to new subscribers. Your support is crucial. Hail, hail. The football world is buzzing tonight after shocking news broke from Glasgow, as whispers turned into confirmation that Kieran Tierney has announced his departure from Celtic. The left-back, who has been synonymous with the green and white for years, has hinted at a fresh chapter in his career, leaving fans torn between pride and heartbreak. Rumors have swirled for months about interest from across Europe, with clubs in England, Spain, and even Germany reportedly circling. Observers note that Tierney's consistent performances, leadership on the pitch, and dedication to Celtic have made him one of the most wanted defenders in the game. Yet the timing of his announcement has left many questioning the club's strategy and future planning. There is speculation that financial considerations, personal ambition, and the lure of new challenges may have played a role in the decision, though Celtic supporters are desperate for reassurance that the team will remain competitive in his absence. Social media exploded almost immediately after the announcement, with hashtags trending and fans sharing both nostalgic memories and debates over the club's next moves. The atmosphere in the city feels electric yet anxious, as everyone waits to see where Tierney's journey will take him next and how Celtic will respond. Kieran Tierney's departure is not just a transfer story. It feels like a seismic shift in Scottish football culture. For over a decade, fans have celebrated his rise from youth academy prospect to club stalwart, embodying the passion and grit that Celtic has always championed. Now, with the announcement made, rival clubs are reportedly lining up, seeing this as a perfect opportunity to secure a player whose defensive skills are matched only by his remarkable stamina and tactical intelligence. Insiders suggest that Premier League clubs might be favorites to land him, drawn not only to his skill set, but also to his reputation as a team player with the ability to galvanize those around him. The speculation intensifies when considering that Tierney's contract details have not been fully disclosed, leaving analysts pondering whether Celtic's financial demands will be met or if they could force a compromise to keep the player on Scottish soil for longer. Meanwhile, pundits across the country are already discussing potential replacements, hinting at a reshuffle in the squad and a shift in Celtic's tactical setup. Fans are left caught between hope that the club can bring in fresh talent and anxiety over losing a figure who has become almost emblematic of their identity, making every rumor feel like both an opportunity and a threat. Amid all this chatter, sources close to Tierney suggest that the player himself is embracing the uncertainty with cautious optimism. He has reportedly been in talks with multiple European clubs, evaluating not only the competitive level but also the cultural fit, the chance to play in continental tournaments, and the opportunity to develop under coaches with different philosophies. This type of career-defining decision is never easy, and insiders hint at sleepless nights spent weighing loyalty against ambition. Meanwhile, Celtic's management has remained tight-lipped, fueling further speculation about internal disagreements or behind-the-scenes negotiations. Could there be a scenario where the club tries to retain him at all costs? Or is this a clear signal that they are preparing to cash in and reinvest? The uncertainty is part of what makes this story so tantalizing for fans and media alike, as every leak, every hint, every cryptic social media post becomes a puzzle to decipher. The intrigue is heightened by Tierney's undeniable talent, which makes any club that secures him instantly stronger and any fan base acutely aware of what they might be missing. From casual observers to diehard supporters, the speculation feels like a wave that will only grow, drawing everyone into a frenzy of predictions, hopes, and fears about what comes next. Analysts are already debating Tierney's potential impact on whichever club he might join, citing his defensive awareness, explosive pace, and ability to contribute to the attack as qualities that make him extraordinarily versatile. The player's left foot has been described as a weapon, capable of precise crosses, sudden forward bursts, and long-range passes that break defensive lines. Rumors suggest that clubs are particularly interested in how Tierney could fit into high-press systems, where his stamina and intelligence would allow him to cover ground and launch counterattacks. Meanwhile, Celtic supporters are left to speculate on replacements, with some arguing that youth academy prospects should be given a chance, while others push for high-profile signings from abroad. The media frenzy around Tierney's departure underscores how much he has become a symbol, not just of Celtic, but of Scottish football pride on the European stage. Every discussion, every theory, and every imagined transfer scenario carries weight, as fans project hopes and anxieties onto this single player. The tension between loyalty and progression, sentiment and strategy, creates an almost cinematic narrative around the transfer window, making Kieran Tierney's next steps one of the most intriguing storylines of the season, capturing attention well beyond the usual football circles. Speculation continues to dominate conversations as insiders hint at the delicate balance between money and ambition in this situation. Reports suggest that clubs are ready to make bold offers, leveraging both financial incentives and promises of silverware to sway the player. Meanwhile, Celtic's board might be facing a difficult choice: secure a hefty transfer fee to reinvest in the squad or risk losing Tierney on less favorable terms if negotiations drag. Fans are acutely aware that any move could set a precedent, influencing how the club approaches future contract talks with other key players. The narrative also touches on Tierney's personal motivations, with rumors indicating that family considerations, lifestyle choices, and career aspirations abroad could all play a part in where he ends up. Media outlets speculate daily on potential destinations, with names of top-flight English clubs, ambitious La Liga sides, and even German powerhouses being thrown into the mix. Each rumor sparks new debates among supporters, analysts, and pundits, creating a feedback loop of speculation, commentary, and social media frenzy that keeps this story alive. Tierney's departure, real or imagined, has become more than just a football story. It is a cultural moment, a topic that transcends sports and taps into identity, ambition, and the eternal tension between loyalty and growth. Even as the speculation reaches fever pitch, one thing is clear: Kieran Tierney's influence at Celtic has been monumental. His departure, whether soon or further down the line, will leave a hole both on the pitch and in the hearts of supporters. Rumors suggest that Celtic may already be scouting international options, hoping to find a player who can replicate Tierney's energy, leadership, and commitment, though insiders admit that few could match his combination of skill and character. Conversations among pundits increasingly focus on the strategic implications, questioning whether Celtic can maintain their dominance in domestic competitions and remain competitive in Europe without their talismanic left-back. At the same time, fans engage in heated debates online, recalling iconic moments, clutch performances, and the sheer reliability that Tierney has provided season after season. As clubs position themselves for potential negotiations, the story takes on elements of drama, suspense, and uncertainty, with each day offering a new twist in an already enthralling tale. For supporters, it is an emotional roller coaster. The pride of seeing a player grow into a star, mixed with the apprehension of imagining life without him. This narrative, full of rumor, speculation, and anticipation, ensures that Kieran Tierney's future remains one of the most captivating stories in football today. As the rumor mill turns, the question on everyone's lips is where Kieran Tierney might land next. Sources close to the player suggest that he is carefully weighing options, considering not only the competitive level of prospective clubs, but also the style of play and potential for personal growth. Some insiders whisper that Premier League clubs with European ambitions are particularly attractive, offering the chance to test himself against some of the toughest opposition while also staying in the spotlight for national team selection. Meanwhile, La Liga clubs have reportedly expressed interest, seducing Tierney with the promise of a technically demanding league and the chance to develop in a more possession-oriented system. German sides, known for their high-intensity pressing and tactical discipline, are also said to be in discussions, viewing Tierney as the perfect fit for a left-back who can contribute both defensively and offensively. Every rumor adds a new layer to the intrigue, leaving fans to imagine scenarios ranging from dramatic late-window moves to carefully orchestrated transfers that could reshape European football dynamics. The uncertainty feeds speculation, with social media conversations, podcasts, and fan forums buzzing as everyone tries to predict the next step in what could be a defining chapter in Tierney's career. Analysts point out that wherever Tierney goes, his arrival would likely have a ripple effect on squad dynamics. Teams reportedly eyeing him are not just looking for his individual skill, but also for the leadership, energy, and mentality he brings. Insiders suggest that coaches see Tierney as more than a player. He is a figure capable of influencing dressing room culture and elevating teammates' performances. This, combined with his tactical versatility, makes him an asset in formations that rely on overlapping fullbacks or rapid transitions from defense to attack. Meanwhile, Celtic supporters speculate on how the club will respond, debating whether youth prospects or external signings will fill the gap. Rumors have circulated about several potential replacements, though none have the aura of certainty or familiarity that Tierney carries. The situation has sparked a heated debate about club identity versus financial pragmatism, with fans and pundits alike weighing the merits of investing in experience versus nurturing homegrown talent. Every development is scrutinized, and each leak or cryptic statement is dissected as part of a wider strategy, leaving the narrative around Tierney's departure rich with intrigue, speculation, and anticipation. Whispers also suggest that Tierney is being very deliberate in his communication, keeping discussions private while testing the waters with multiple clubs. Friends and former teammates are reportedly advising him, cautioning against rushing a move that could define the next decade of his career. Rumors indicate that personal factors, such as lifestyle, family considerations, and the desire for a new challenge, are all weighing heavily in his decision-making process. Meanwhile, agents are said to be negotiating with clubs, seeking a deal that satisfies both the player's ambitions and Celtic's financial expectations. The atmosphere around the story is almost cinematic, with every statement, interview, and social media post scrutinized for hidden meaning. Speculation is compounded by timing, with the transfer window creating an artificial urgency that fuels debate and frenzy. Fans are imagining scenarios from the dramatic to the mundane. A surprise move to a lesser-known club that could become the perfect platform, a headline-grabbing transfer to a top European powerhouse, or even a last-minute twist that defies all expectations. Each rumor, each insider tip, and each analysis fuels the ongoing narrative, making Tierney's next step one of the most captivating stories in football at the moment. Before we proceed, subscribe to our channel and enable notifications to receive all exclusive news about Celtic FC. Don't miss any details about your favorite team. It's extremely important for Celtic FC fans. Beyond the transfer discussions, there is also talk of how Tierney's departure could reshape Celtic's strategy in the coming season. Sources suggest that the club's coaching staff may need to rethink formations, balance defensive solidity with attacking flair, and possibly accelerate the promotion of academy talents to first-team roles. Rumors have circulated about potential signings, though insiders note that replacing Tierney's combination of skill, work rate, and leadership is no small task. Meanwhile, rival clubs are reportedly watching closely, ready to capitalize on any misstep by Celtic or any hesitation by the player. Social media has amplified these speculations, with fan debates, podcasts, and discussion threads dissecting every possibility. The cultural impact of Tierney's departure cannot be understated, as he has become emblematic not just of Celtic's identity, but of the pride and resilience of Scottish football more broadly. Each rumor, whether about his next destination or Celtic's response, carries weight, shaping narratives and influencing expectations, and ensuring that this story remains central to the conversation around football for weeks to come. The financial dimension of Tierney's potential exit is another area rife with speculation. Reports hint at possible multi-million-pound offers, with clubs prepared to pay significant sums to secure a player of his caliber. Meanwhile, Celtic are said to be calculating whether to cash in immediately or attempt to negotiate longer terms, creating tension between immediate reward and long-term planning. Rumors suggest that Tierney himself is aware of his market value, and that the decision could be as much about professional ambition as it is about monetary considerations. Analysts debate whether the next club will give him the platform to shine internationally or whether a more cautious approach would serve him better. Fans are caught in a swirl of possibilities, imagining both scenarios and projecting hopes and fears onto every development. With each rumor, each leak, and each cryptic statement, the story grows richer, more intricate, and more impossible to predict, leaving football enthusiasts enthralled by the drama surrounding one of Scotland's finest talents and the tantalizing uncertainty of what comes next. Finally, the emotional dimension of this saga cannot be ignored. Tierney's connection to Celtic runs deep, and insiders suggest that personal loyalty, memories of triumph, and emotional ties to the club weigh heavily on him. Rumors hint at conversations with mentors, teammates, and family members, all advising caution and patience in making a move that could define his legacy. Meanwhile, Celtic fans are experiencing a mix of pride, nostalgia, and anxiety, aware that losing such a figure would mark the end of an era while simultaneously opening new possibilities. The narrative is evolving constantly, with every rumor creating new subplots, potential twists, and imagined outcomes. Social media amplifies every whisper, turning speculation into collective obsession and ensuring that Tierney's next step becomes a matter of public fascination. As clubs maneuver, agents negotiate, and fans speculate, the story remains alive, pulsating with drama and anticipation, leaving everyone on edge as they try to guess what Kieran Tierney, one of Scottish football's brightest stars, will do next. Hello, fan. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, as it means a lot to Celtic FC. Also, share your opinion about the news in the comments below. See you in the next video.